Yeah, baby. It's Joe Piscopo, baby. Yeah. Special groovy right on. Yes, 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 yes. No!
I'm not going to make it through here. I'm not going to make it through. One of the most underrated comic geniuses, Mike Myers. Am I right or wrong,
he is a
John?
genius. Think of all the things that he's put into the American lexicon. It's incredible.
And it's understated, man. That is beautiful. How are you, John? Good to see you. Thank you.
Thanks for having me.
Thanks
on,
for
man.
being
Thank
here.
you so
I said,
much.
I watched it. A friend, I mean, I guess we could tell which friend it is. Can
yeah,
we,
we
John?
can tell.
Mitchell Modell says, Mitchell,
great guy.
He gets me on the phone, goes, Joe, I want you to talk to somebody. I pick up the phone. I think it's the President of the United States. It's John doing the that's the best Donald.
Hello, everybody. So excited to be on Joe's show. He's doing such a fantastic job. You have so many great guests that I like. So many tremendous people. And he was on SNL. Great show. It's crap now. It's a crap show now. But when he was on, it was very good. The 80s, the Reagan years. Really, really incredible, I have to tell you.
Oh my God, that is. Did you work on that? Did it come natural?
I've been doing him since 2004.
Yeah.
So I've been doing him a long time.
Let me tell you, I've done a lot. That you're right on the money with that.
Thank
and
you.
I watched the Laugh Factory video. You got to check out. We'll get all the information where you can get John's information. But I'm telling you, when you did the hand motions, and then the follow up little things for the. Apparently, I'm a Trump guy. They tell me I support the president unapologetically. That makes me a Trump guy. I love the guy. But
he's a fascinating guy. He's just a fascinating guy.
And a great president.
Yeah.
Did you do him to him?
I did him. He's aware of me. When I met Kellyanne at Fox, she was like, "Oh, can I get a selfie with you?" Because she said that
You were dressed as the president.
I did the full thing because I was on Fox and Friends.
Yeah,
but
yeah,
I met him back in '90. I did his 55th birthday party as Austin Powers at the castle.
Oh, that's great!
Yeah, so it was a long time
you
ago.
You came dressed as
as Austin Powers, baby. Yeah, we did a whole thing on the stage. We did a big kick climb, baby. Oh, behave, Donnie.
So what's what you go into the Donald J. Trump mode? What is the?
Well, it's all attitude. It's all attitude. I have to tell you, because I'm the greatest. I'm the greatest president in the history of presidents, other than the late great Abe Lincoln, whose wife was maybe a 3. Maybe a 3. And I'm being generous. All right. I mean, look at Melania. She's smoking hot. Photosynthesis FLOTUS. Am I right? Am I right? He knows. That guy down there. He knows. Is she something else? I remember the day she arrives from Slovenia. Wow. So skinny. So skinny.
You're the best.
But there's so many components to his voice. And you're a voice guy.
Yeah.
He has so many things. The throat placement, the nasal
No,
placement.
but you catch it. You know who does a brilliant Donald Trump as well is Brian Whitman, who does mornings on what's the AM.
It's KRLA is the
KRLA.
It's AM 870.
And Brian is like a Staten Island guy. He's the #1 talk show out there. They're doing great out there, but he does it like that, and you catch the mannerisms, the facial, and you know what? It's
so
fun.
important.
It's fun when you do it too. Do you think that Alec Baldwin, and I like Alec. I'm like a dichotomy. I got to support SNL because that's where I'm from.
Yeah, that's your.
But I watch Alec and I go, but there is.
Here's the thing. And, and I've said this in other interviews.
Yeah.
Like, it's obvious he can't stand the Trump. And it comes through
Alec,
the performance.
you mean? Yeah.
And it kind of, I think you've seen his Tony Bennett.
Yeah.
That whole thing, beautiful.
Yeah.
He's got that Tony Bennett thing
Yeah,
going.
man, yeah.
But you can tell he loves Tony Bennett. You can tell he does not like Trump. And I think it corrupts the impression.
Very
You know what I mean?
interesting. Yeah.
You can tell.
Because it's fun to have fun with the
Right, because he overdoes it. It's like, come on. You know better than that.
Yeah, and then before we went on the air, I hate to do this to you. You did Dr. Phil.
Hey, folks, what were you thinking? You're not listening to, what's your name again? Oh, Joe Piscopo. How's that working out for you? Doesn't matter how flat you make a pancake, it's got 2 sides, right? Am I right? I want you to start living your life as a lesbian woman.
John, that is so funny. Now, listen, Frank wasn't in the studio. Watch this. He always makes fun of Al Gattuso for doing Larry King. This is the guy. John does the Larry King. We have dueling Larry Kings with Gattulo. And John, what's the Larry King?
Hello, folks. Welcome to Larry King Live. I passed away last week, but I'm still on the air.
Oh, man.
Hey, you know what? I took my garlic. I feel great.
Garlic, it's unique. 6 wives, 7 heart attacks. Sheboygan, you're on the air. Hi, Larry. First-time caller, long-time listener. Sounds like me.
Oddly enough, Shauna and I were at the Dodger game the other day. We had hot dogs with Sandy Koufax. It was great.
Dueling Larry King.
I don't care what anyone says. Oxygen is tremendous.
Yellowknife, Northwest Territories. You're on.
Oh, please, Frank, we're never going to keep him quiet now. It's
We're
like,
going on the road.
Can you do? Al does Mike Tyson. Can you guys do dueling?
no.
Yeah.
Oh, my God, that is so.
My favorite one growing up was Columbo, was Peter Falk.
Oh.
That old, folks, I hate to bother you. I'm a little confused. I came in here before,
Look at his eye. Look at his eye.
and you said you were a vegetarian, but you're obviously eating a ham sandwich, sir. Oh, one more thing. Do you validate for parking, sir?
Yeah, that's great. You see the eye? You go in.
You gotta pull the eye. You gotta pull the eye, folks. It's just not right if you don't have the eye.
And it was great. I hesitate, and I'm embarrassed to even ask what other voices you do. Don't you hate that? When I did this the other day. We
Do a
always
joke.
talk-
Do a joke.
Yeah, do a joke.
Do a joke.
Joe, get up there. Do Sinatra. Joe, go do Sinatra. I go, what, I'm here? You got a band? You got a band? I got to do the old man? I just happened the other day. You get up there. Do a little
Sing.
bit.
You, that's what you do, right? You
I'm
sing.
just here to use the men's room. Leave me alone.
No, growing up, I did, all the classic voices, but it's anything Mike Myers does, Wayne, it's because I think we're the same age and the same height. But, all right, excellent. Hi, I'm Wayne Campbell from Aurora, Illinois.
That's great.
Excellent. Swing.
That's
All right.
great. That's great. Yeah. What was the? Oh God, I'm embarrassed. The Mike Myers character, the dancer, with the
Sprockets.
Yeah.
The
Oh.
German guy, Sprockets. I'm done with you now. It's a little bit of the,
Do you
the
know-
God's member in there, too.
You know what was funny about that, Mike? What he does to me, and they always say, who was the most brilliant guy you worked with?
Yeah.
And of course, I'm very biased toward Eddie Murphy
Oh,
because
my
I
God,
love
yeah.
Eddie. Eddie was the guy. It's for me.
Yeah.
But Danny Aykroyd, Mike Myers, those people, and even what Dana Carvey did sometimes, those guys they just had such an awareness. But for Mike Myers to do that character in all black like that, it was more a personality thing. It wasn't for laughs. It was just a great performance.
He kind of lives through his characters like nobody else does.
You do that, bro. This is great. And Mitchell, Mitchell knows. He knows everybody.
Oh, he's
Mitchell
awesome.
Modell.
I did his mom's birthday on Sunday.
How did that work, man?
It
How
was
did that
it was
work?
unbelievable. Have you met his mother?
I have.
95
Gorgeous girl.
years old, and then her best friend is Matilda Cuomo.
Yep,
So
yep.
And then I walked. I did the bid. It wasn't really a roast. How do you roast a 95-year-old who started 5 foundations? You feel like such a jerk. So I had to be like, listen. She started the clones and colitis foundation. I have a foundation too, by the way. Trump Foundation. Tremendous. I bought a painting. Great work. And then I walk out. We walk out to get the food, and people are like, oh my God, can we get a photo with you? So they're taking photos of me and Trump, and I hear a guy from behind me go, hey, Mr. Trump, don't forget about me. And I turn around. It's George Ross
No,
from the Trump organization.
the guy.
Yeah, I'm like,
And
he
you-
was great. He was like, wow, you're really good.
Yeah.
Because if you were taller, you'd be right on the money.
So about yourself, John, you're Italian kid. Italian kid
from Philly.
Not from
Philadelphia.
South Philly.
No, not from South Philly. I'm from Ambler, which is right outside of Philadelphia, but it's a weird row home neighborhood because we had the largest asbestos factory in the United States. So that's why I'm so healthy and I look so good, and I'm sweating profusely right now. But we had a row home neighborhood, so it was the '60s, and I was this precocious kid, and I would come out. Now, right here on our show, I would come out and do John Biner's act.
John
for my
Biner!
neighbors.
Oh my God,
And
you are good.
Troop 65 is in the audience. Girls, stand up and show us your cookies. And my neighbors just thought it was the funniest thing in the world. But it was, but I had a speech impediment. But when I did voices, it kind of zeroed out the impediment.
Well, that's very interesting. So what was your, if I may ask, was it a stutter or something?
It wasn't a stutter. It was like I couldn't. My tongue
yeah.
was in the way.
But when you did the characters, that went away.
Vanished.
That's
It
wild.
vanished.
That's wild.
So even if I did someone like Humphrey Bogart, who's tongue's always in
Yeah,
the
it's
way.
like they
Yeah, like
with
that.
the
It was fun, and
strawberry.
they loved.
Yeah. Wasn't that great?
Mutiny. I love
I want
that.
to say that.
But it went away, and then I did 8 years of speech therapy for 2 times a week the entire time I was in school, 1st grade through 8th grade. But what was great about it was they taught me. I think one of the reasons I can do Trump and some like really specific voices is because they taught me vocal production.
Yeah.
Because with Trump, it's it's throat placement, nasal placement, vocal production, over enunciation on certain words, and then slowing down and speeding up.
I'll tell you what. This is as I watch you and I'm close to you like that. There's the man who is also brilliant from SNL, Daryl Hammond.
Oh yeah, I know he's
Genius.
yes,
Genius.
I've
Scary.
met him. Yeah, he was when I did The View and the Laugh Factory, he was the main judge on both times.
Great.
So we got to do some
Yeah.
press afterwards, and I got to hang out with him. He's a fascinating
But
guy.
he really is.
He
and
really
and,
is.
and when you see him get into it, but watching you now, man, now you go out and do the president. I know people probably bring you in just to do the
Oh
president.
yeah, I do corporate.
Oh.
You've done tons of corporate, I'm sure.
The best. They're the best. Yeah. I hate to say it.
Yeah, it's like
We-
crack.
we-
It's like, how much? Where am I staying?
Corporate tax break? Give it to him. Give it to him. I'll take some of that.
But so I've done a lot of major companies, but currently I'm in Las Vegas where I live doing a show called Totally Outrageous Brunch. I have an Amazon special that just came out called Trump. It's called Fake News: A Trump Story. So there's just tons of stuff. I've been on Conan about 50 times. Tom Shalhoub show,
yeah,
Red Eye. So
Tom's
I'm
great.
kind of
Yeah,
all over.
yeah,
but
yeah.
the corporate stuff is it's.
And do you go do comedy clubs, acts like that? Are you like that?
I
You don't need to.
Yeah,
really.
I don't need to, and I did do that. I was a stand-up in the mid '90s,
Yeah,
and I
yeah.
have to, and I hand it to any of my friends who are still out there, Bob DeBono, Dave Burley, Mike Marino.
Yeah.
Like
Marino's great. Yeah.
Marino's great, but boy, what a tough life that was. I remember going out to like Pittsburgh and doing I think it was Bananas or something. It's like, man, this is brutal.
I know. You know what?
Lonely.
The funniest cats go out there. We're still listen. I'll go out there. I'll keep working. And Jeff Norris is. You got Mike Marino out there, and there's some great funny comics
Yeah.
out of New Jersey. So and before we let you go, South Philly. You went. Did you work a regular job? I mean,
No, I've never. Only thing I ever did was I was a copywriter at an ad agency, but I've always made a living as a performer. I'm totally under the radar, at my age.
that's
but
good, though.
I've got some film credits.
That's
and
why
things
you've
like
lasted
that.
so long.
Yeah.
I hate to say it, but I do the same thing. Keep under the radar. Just
Yeah,
keep
just
working.
stay under the
You know
radar.
what, Joe? How you doing? I'm working.
Yeah.
I mean, am I right or wrong?
Yeah, I was here. I did 2 shows while I was here. It was private stuff, but it pays great.
Yeah,
and then
yeah.
I'll go out and go back and do my Las Vegas strip show. And that's the public stuff. That's the ticketed stuff that kind of keeps me out there.
You're out there. What casino are you
I'm
at?
at the SLS Casino,
Oh.
or as Trump would say, the SLS, which I just found out was owned by the Chinese. Can you believe this? Chinese. Terrible people, the Chinese. Great takeout, terrible people. I have to tell you. But they have a wall. And Xi Jinping told me there's no Mexicans in China. Do you believe that? Not a one. Not even a Delta.
That's why they're doing so well.
Yes. So incredible.
John Domenico, man. There's the man. Emmy nominated actor, writer, impersonator, comedian, all around great guy. John, you got to come back, brother.
Oh,
God bless you. And thank Mitchell Modell. I love you, man.
Thank you, Mitchell.
One of the great humans on the planet,
really
by the
is.
way.
He really is. He's
Modell's
a
a
great
big
guy.
sponsor. We appreciate it. Hey, you know what? You are just brilliant, my man. And God bless you for taking
Thank
the
you.
time. Thank you for honoring us, man, and
Thank
coming
you.
in, John.
I'm a big fan.
Y'all,
and
thank
you had a big influence on me. Your years on SNL. All your characters.
You know what? We just trying to have fun with it all. And
Yeah.
you're taking the right approach. Your attitude is great, John.
Thank you.
God bless you, my brother. John Domenico. And you could.
He says it perfectly.
Well, it's Italian, man, and we're making us proud, my brother. Hey, Piscopo in the morning. Eric Metaxas will join us momentarily.